Now remember, Charlie lost his memories, so I know Babe will try to send Charlie places that they've been before to see if Charlie can remember anything. But I don't think it's working. All it does is let Charlie question his past and how they met. When Charlie lost his memories, all I could think about was two movies, The Vow and 51st Dates, because now Babe is going through it, but he will not give up on the love he shared with Charlie. The only thing that bothers Babe is that Charlie does not call him by his name. Now I get that Papa doesn't remember anything about Mama, but the least he could do is for Charlie to call his name. That's all Babe wants to know, and all wants to hear from Charlie's mouth is Babe. I don't get how Charlie knows only Jeff, unless the memories he had of Babe are gone, leaving only the memory of Jeff. What concerns me now is that Babe knows of Alan working with Tony. Now this. It's too much, and I know Alan will tell Tony that Charlie lost his memories. Everyone decided to take Charlie to Wade's place. Maybe something there will jolt his memories, but I don't think it will work. But we don't see Alan there either. Clearly there are information at Wade's place, but how did Charlie find them? I feel like Charlie lost his memories, yes he does, but those memories are still in his head, trying to either escape his head or go back to his brain. Now, we know that the vision that Charlie has, it could be just memories that are escaping, but he still gets future visions. Now, when he gets that, he tend to forget. So I don't know how this is gonna work. I feel like if Charlie let Jeff to have his power, Jeff would have gone through the same thing and lost his memory, or maybe worse. But Chris here keeps learning more and more things about Wade and Tony each day. Tony is always up to no good because he is ready to introduce another lab test rat. In other words, he's ready to put chips in somebody's head. Sadly, that person is Kenta. I know Kim is there somewhere, and I know he will save Kenta, because pretty much he's the only one. Kim is the only one that thinks about Kenta and worries about Kenta. One thing I can admit about Tony is he's a real businessman. He makes things out of anything. But I wonder if he's still selling people again, or telling businessmen that he can give them power and convince them to do the experiment, and he will control them by secretly putting a chip in their head. Baby's definitely tired of waiting around. He really wants to get to Tony and end things so he can live a peaceful life with Charlie. Alan got tired of doing things for Tony and went to Tony and think he can tell Tony he doesn't want to do anything as Tony says. Stupid. I know Tony will press that button and trap Alan there forever. Because who in the right mind will actually speak and negotiate with the devil? Alan, you made the mistake by going to Tony thinking you could get his help and not have anything to do for him. Like, nothing is cheap, sir. You know what Tony was and you know how he's like, yet you went to him. People, you see this face? Oh, this is the face of you, bitch. I gave you healthy life to do all the things that you've never done, and you have the nerve to spit in my face? Okay, buzz. See, that's the sound of the button that he pressed to trap to trap Alan. And just when you thought shit was not gonna get down, shit just got messy. Because here comes Tony showing up at Babe's place, and Charlie let him in the house because remember, Charlie has no memories, and Tony knows that Charlie lost his memory, and Tony knows this and took advantage of it and tells Charlie that he's Babe's father. Well, this is not good. Tony is in Babe's safe zone. How the hell are you gonna get rid of someone that's in your safe zone? Hell, Charlie's too close to Tony. Episode 12 is gonna be epic. So that is all I can tell you on episode 12 of Pitbabe Series 2.